What about now? Oh, I bet you can hear me now. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Can everyone hear me? I got my new computer set up. Hello, everyone. Okay, good. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live to research missing Tina Bowen from Conroe, Texas. She has been missing since July 14th, 1997. And there is a lot of weird twists and turns on this one. So let's get into it. Let me say hi to my lovely subscribers and mods. We got Brooke. Hello, Brooke. Single Mama 4. Hello, sweetheart. Heather. Love ya. Let's see. Suzanne, thank you for being here. I totally forgot to let 12 Stepmom know that I'm here because Discord is like, it's a love and hate relationship. Oh, and if you remember, which it seems like everyone who is here is a member, if you need the Discord link and Facebook group link, it's in the community section. Boom. Hi, Heather, sweetie. All right, so we're going to hop into this because there is so much going on in the YouTube community, okay? It's getting a little out of hand. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it. I totally forgot to let everybody know in there. My brain. Whew. It's been a day. Alrighty. So, if you haven't seen the video before, this is Tina Bowen right here. Again, missing since 1997. And the backstory is that she had a boyfriend that would come over and friends that would come over, knock on the window and say hey and hang out and chat. You know, typical in the 90s, right? Her mom saw her around 2 to 3 in the morning, depending on what article you're reading. The sister's Facebook page says that that her mom saw her at around 3, I think 3, and she went to bed. Now, she had seen her talk to her boyfriend either outside or that he had tapped on the window and they had talked. That was the last time that she ever saw her again. Hi, Grammy H. Hello. So, it's ironic that one day ago, Stories of the Missing puts out this short, YouTube short. So let's see what they put on there. A lot of people are catching on to this story because of the rabbit hole. And I'm sure me putting something out there had something to do with this. So let's see what they put on here. Can y'all hear that? Y'all probably can't hear that. Let's see. Again, new computer, like a desktop, not a laptop, and it's amazing, but I got a lot of settings to fix. So let's see if that helps. Do it again. Can y'all hear that?
Tina Bowen has been missing since 1997.
Can y'all hear that?
She was up late, speaking to her boyfriend on the phone. Her mother checked in on her around 3:30 before going to bed. The next morning...
Hold on. We will fix this. StreamYards is kind of weird. Like, you have to be perfect with the settings or it'll just not work. Maybe that'll help. See if that helps. What about
when she woke
now?
At 9,
I think it works.
Her daughter was gone. Her window faced a commercial street, and friends had been known to stop by.
I'm gonna redo it. Sorry. The hell is that? Oh!
Tina Bowen has been missing since 1997. She was up late, speaking to her boyfriend on the phone. Her mother checked in on her around 3:30 before going to bed. The next morning when she woke, at 9, her daughter was gone. Her window faced a commercial street, and friends had been known to stop by, tapping on her window at late hours to speak with her. She had never run away, and the day she went missing had left her purse and other belongings in her room. Police noted that the boyfriend failed a polygraph and considered him a suspect. Despite this, Tina's family claimed he would never hurt her. Detectives suspect foul play, but her body has not been located, and any evidence uncovered has not been made public. If you have any information on the person, or persons, responsible for Tina's disappearance, please contact the Conroe Police Department. Tina Bowen has been
Damn it, guys. I'm sorry. This is so different on a desktop versus a laptop. Sorry about that. So anyway, there was no newspaper articles, right? Which is kind of, it makes me feel like law enforcement did not take it seriously. Oh, she's a runaway. She's not coming back. Or she's coming back. She just went with her boyfriend. And then it just kept steamrolling into this, she just left home and doesn't want to come back. Maybe she's, doing drugs or whatever. So it gives me the feeling that they didn't care, I'm so cute when I talk to myself. I probably look psychotic. I probably look psychotic anyway. But that's okay. I own it. I own it. Okay. So again, there is not a lot of information out there except for like, a sister Facebook page from 2012 with no updates on it. There was, however, something interesting. There was a blog that some guy did, James Bowen, James something, that I need to find. And it was about the killing fields. We all know about the killing fields, where all of the ladies who had perished were murdered along I-45, going from Galveston up to Houston and so forth. So Mark Stallings, actually, the one that confessed to some of those killings, the girls, I believe he was saying that he confessed to Tina's, but he was, I think, confused because there was actually a lady named Benna Bowen, or Denna. So it was very strange that there was a woman from Arkansas who he had confessed to killing, and it was not Tina. So it's very strange, right? Like, what the fuck? No, lady, all your mods, we do it every day. Yeah, that's true. You know me. You know me to my core. All right. So, again, there is not much on this poor girl. It's like she was forgotten about. Law enforcement didn't take it seriously enough. So I feel bad. I really feel bad for her because she deserves better. And there was also a little bit of interesting information that the boyfriend failed the polygraph test, but the family swears that they don't think that he would ever harm her. So it makes you wonder what's going on with that. So I'm going to try to find that article and see what's going on. There is an Instagram. There's an Instagram post saying that she had gone missing. So I think it was the same situation. I mean, she was wearing a light blue Duke University jersey, boxer shorts, and black Adidas style sandals. Tina's friends would come by and see her tapping on the window late at night, and the purse and belongings were still in her room. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to look and see what Twitter says about it. Because you know how Twitter always has some crazy ass information that we can never find. And they have receipts, but you can't find them. It's crazy. It's like, dang. What are y'all doing over there? What inside information do y'all have? Because it ain't fair. It isn't. I'm going to look real quick. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. I hate that this... Oh, perfect. I do not like this bright ass background. I like dark. So glad I got that fixed. Oh my gosh. My life has just gotten so much better. All right, so we're just going to look in Twitter because it's really hard to find. Yeah, Twitter has been amazing. You know what's unfortunate though, but it is fortunate at the same time. Nerdy Addict had to leave Twitter for a little bit because he's in recovery, active recovery. And so he needed to step away and do his thing. And I totally get it. I wish the best for him. However, it's going to be really hard to find things now because he was such a load of information. He had that drone, right? He was the one that had the drone for the Gabby Petito case. So it's like, dang it. Ooh, I look like a ghost. It's very fitting, right? You know how I am about lighting. That's fine, whatever. All right, so I'm going to search for Tina Bowen. Let's see what we get. Tina Bowen missing. Because there might be a lot of Tina Bowens. All right, March 2020. Tina missing. If everyone would be grateful, if everyone could please take the time. Tina, sorry, our family would be very grateful. So I'm going to go ahead and follow them. Go ahead and retweet this. I mean, this is so bizarre how little information there was. See, and then Miss Guidance, our mod, asked about the boyfriend name, and she's been trying to do her research. And again, why so many missing from Liberty and Montgomery counties? Okay, there are a bunch, and let me show you really quickly what that's all about. Let's just do Conroe, Texas. There's a bunch around this area. And I think the Killing Fields serial killer, Mark Stallings, had a lot to do with this. I really do. Yes, I have the best mods ever. I do. I love them so much. I feel like all of the viewers that I could have right now are in the drama channels, and you know, I understand it. I just don't want to be the drama guys. I don't want it. This means a lot more to me. All right, Conroe, Texas area missing persons. So we have this guy, Michael Keith, of course, Tina, Walter David. This Daryl Glenn came through. I don't know if it was him, but Tina let me know about him. And it's ironic that 7/14, she went missing 5 years after he did on the same date. Grammy, thank you. Thank you, Single Mama 4. I appreciate it. I do. So we have a little bit of a cluster of 2008, right? 2010, 92, 1985, Michelle, she'd be 35. I would really like to see about this one because that hits home. We talked about a Michelle on the way, or did I? Something like that. Last seen on December 19th. Runaway endangered. Now, why would they say she was a runaway? I don't really have a lot of information on that. Circumstances: Michelle has a birthmark on the palm of the hand, and she may have left this state. She was how old? She was 12? And she's a runaway? I find that hard to believe, but I don't have the information. So I'm going to also look at that. There's not a lot of information on that. It's very interesting. Have to look her up. All right, so we have another one on 2010, Joseph Lynn on May 29th. Now, hold up. What was that one guy? January 29th. So there's a lot of like clusters of dates, you know? It's weird. Hi, Money Tactics. Hello. Lawrence, 2017. Dudley Truitt, 52. Danielle Marie, Magnolia, which is close by. So all of these little areas are close by. Look at this, 2008, Rodney Aaron, missing 19. It just seems like there's clusters. So we're gonna use the data, murderdata.org app, and see what's going on there. I know, Lane. I had to, you know what? I didn't go on to YouTube until, what was it? October, right? Maybe even November, when I started really amping up, because I knew once I saw the Summer Wells case and all the bullshit, I was like, nope. So I waited, and I'm glad I did. So yeah, he's missing. 1990, William Christopher in Pinehurst. Kenneth Dwayne, 1983. So the Texas killing fields, let me see what the range was on the killings. It was for a while, right? It was from like the 70s all the way up to 45 years. So, God, 2011? Or, excuse me, 2004? 2012? What? Let me see how long it was. See, I didn't even realize that some of these people were only like a mile from the actual I-45. A lot of them were. So I didn't really research that far into where they were, because I was obviously focused on Equisearch and the 4 girls there. So, you know. Oh, thank you, Money Tactics. I appreciate that comment. So located near Galveston, the Texas Killing Fields is a 25-acre stretch of land only a mile from Interstate 45, bordering the Calder oil field in League City, which is right outside of Houston. Okay. But I bet you he'd been killing people all up and down. I really, truly do. So the killings appear to have stopped around 2006. However, the FBI explains that this is likely because the area has become more developed and populated. So he could have moved from, that area, the Texas killing fields, up, or there could be multiple killers. I know deep down there were, right? From what I've done readings on, but I don't have the receipts, right? So I can't say that. So allegedly, I believe there to be more than one. Yeah, even the FBI say that. Well, it stopped because we were, people were building stuff. It was becoming more industrialized. One of the first known victims was Colette Wilson, a 13-year-old girl abducted from Alvin. Yikes. So this site may have been used by serial killers, plural. So given the frequency of the killings and the similarities of these crime scenes, it's thought that the Texas killing fields have been used by one or multiple serial killers, which I truly believe that. I really do. I really do. The Texas Monthly reporter Skip Hollinsworth says that many police detectives and FBI agents are convinced that this is the personal graveyard of a vicious serial killer. Haunting details link some of the murders, including the arrangement of victims' remains beneath trees in the fields, with some investigators going as far as to suggest that they formed a kind of walking trail used by a single killer. Yeah. And so, okay, when I was getting Tina, right, connecting to Tina, driving down I-45 going 75 miles an hour in Leona, Texas, that's what I got. I got the connection of Tim Miller, EquiSearch, that's kind of what I've been connecting to is young female victims lately. It's all been about young female victims of serial killers and or, at least a predator, right? And I just feel like this is a connection, man. I do. Like, maybe not Mark Stallings, but somebody that he has murdered with before or knows about, or has been compared to with another serial killer, and it was a game to them. And so why I say that is because I got, I'm better than you are. It was a game. And she was pleading for me to get out of my car, like trying to literally pull me to that area in Leona, Texas, where the sign is, where it says you are now entering Leona, Texas. That, and so, yeah, I got chills on that. So the only thing that I can do is tell, law enforcement, hey, I just got an inkling, and they're going to say goodbye and hang up on me because you got to have receipts. So, it's really hard when you can't find any on somebody. And to another example of, runaways, this whole runaway scheme that law enforcement uses to not go look for them because either they don't have the resources or they just don't want to, it's bullshit. Grammy says, I wonder if they had to move to a different dumping ground. Absolutely. I think they worked their way up on I-45. I really do. Heather said, I found that statement online. She said, those that have been solved are predicated on confessions given by prisoners or confessions given under duress. And they can't. What are you going to do with that? It could be thrown out. They need physical evidence, All right, some victims were taken from nearby beaches. That was not the case here. See, police dismiss one girl as a runaway. Excuse me. I don't know. You could see like the disappearances going up and up I-45 as we go along in the years, and we'll take a look at that. So it says Michael Lloyd Self, a mechanic, was arrested in 1972 and pinned for the murders of Sharon Shaw and Rhonda Renee Johnson. So while he was locked away, the murders continued. Wow. Self died in prison in 2000. So, can't be him. So Kevin Edison Smith is one of the few killers with a confirmed link to remains found in the Texas killing fields. In 2012, he was convicted of capital murder for the death of Crystal Jean Baker, a 13-year-old girl who was abducted from a Texas City convenience store in 1996. That name really comes out to me, Kevin Edison Smith. Ooh. We're going to have some activity on the EVP session tonight, I'm telling you. She's pulling me to that name now. Look, same look and everything. Look at that. Look at her and look at Tina. Oh my gosh. The bangs, I know that was a style, but there's a pattern. Definite chills. Definite chills on that. Brooke, don't worry about it. Family is important. definitely. But there's a definite similarity here. So maybe we need to look into Kevin Edison Smith. So that's one of the questions, obviously I'm going to ask, who hurt you? I always like to warm up to that question when asking any spirit like that, because, it's a very abrasive question that if I were to be asked that immediately, just as a person, it would be like, can we work our way up? Tell me what happened on this day. Just like an investigation. Tell me what happened on this day. What happened? Where did you go? Who was there? What did you see? What were you wearing? Things like that, to work your way up so that energy doesn't disperse and go away because of the fright and fear that they may have experienced, right? And members only will see that in the members only EVP session. So, but that's going to be one of the questions is, Kevin, it's giving me horrid chills. So let's see. Let's look at the timeline of Kevin. Yeah. So Kevin Edison Smith was convicted in April 2012 of the 1996 murder of 13-year-old Crystal Baker that we just saw. Maybe that was the girl, guidance, maybe in mods, maybe that was the girl that Tina was trying to connect me with, but she was Hispanic. Or so I thought. She was showing me a Hispanic child, but she's not Hispanic. So maybe that's just something to consider in the back of my mind, because that was something that was told to me. Investigators say he may have had involvement with other unsolved cases of missing or murdered women and girls along the I-45 corridor south of Houston, dubbed the Killing Fields. Now, this is not south, okay, of Houston. This is actually north of Houston. But that does not mean that it didn't happen. And look, he went all over the place. So I'm in this area right here. He went all over Arizona, Louisiana, North Carolina, or they think that he might be the killer there. I haven't read enough, obviously, so let's keep reading. Over the past 13 years, there are records of Smith living and working in 17 different cities in 4 different states. Do you have a lead on his connection to a crime? Contact the office of Chambers County, Texas. I feel like he is a big, big key, right, to a lot of girls missing. So he, in Friendswood, Texas, let's see. In 1999, he was in Houston and Webster, Texas. Friendswood, Texas. Where's that? Now, remember, she was in Conroe, Texas. So let's look. Friendswood, Texas. Yes. Guidance, yes. Did you see I had a friend post on Facebook? She lives like 40 minutes from there. No, I didn't. That's amazing. Yes, Tina's boyfriend was Hispanic, and she's protecting him from something. She won't talk about him. And a lot of times this happens when someone is accused of something, no matter if they're guilty or not. It happens a lot. So, yeah, that's kind of far away from Conroe. It's very far away. So let's see. Not that it matters, because I-45 is just a stretch. What am I doing? Conroe, Texas. Let's just see. It's an hour. It's an hour away. Not a big deal. That is a straight shot up. Not even a big deal at all. You just go straight through Houston. Grammy and Guidance agree. Maybe she was pregnant and that's why you got a Hispanic baby. Completely agree. It could be, but I'm not getting that. So, hey, that is a perfect question to ask. Were you pregnant? That is a perfect question. Now, I did get a lot of jealousy and manipulation from the boyfriend. Although he did love her, right? There was a lot of cheating suspicions on her, but he was actually the one kind of dabbling in that, I think. So that's a question that we should ask. Were you pregnant? Or did you know that you were? You know, maybe that's why he was coming over so late. They had a lot to talk about. There was a lot going on. Who knows? But it's very odd that, she would be seen talking to the boyfriend and then go missing, right? So there's so many rabbit holes, right? Because why would you go and abduct your girlfriend when the mother seen her speaking with him and him leaving? Maybe there was a killer waiting and have seen and was watching her and saw her friends and saw her boyfriend come and knock on the window. Maybe he just noticed it, followed her home. Oh, there he was. Just so happened that he was there and saw, the routine. And he did it one night. He knocks on the door and she's like, oh, walking outside and bam, gone. Which is the feeling that I'm gravitating towards. But I need to ask, simply what happened on that day. What started this? Let me catch up with chat. Yeah. Did Friendswood have a missing person? We can look at that for sure. Yeah, Guidance, you did. Because he was young and impulsive. The other night she said she was barefoot in my tent. And oh, really? Yeah, she could have been. I mean, she was wearing Adidas, flip-flops or slip-ons or something. Anyone could have seen her because the window was facing a busy street. Yep. So, that's good to know that it was only an hour away, right? 62 miles away from where he was. I'm going to do a little truth finder search. And you know how I am about exposing anybody's information. I don't care, he's in jail. But maybe a family member will, come at me for putting out that information. So I'm not going to do it. But I am going to research. But while this is loading, in 1999, he lived in Houston and Webster, Texas. And this is so serial killer-ish, right? Moving all the time, having a lot of different addresses, 2000, Houston, Webster, Arlington. That's a big-ass difference. Bastrop, Louisiana. Yeah, he was on the hunt, no doubt. 2001, Venus, Texas. That's south of Fort Worth. Texas City, closer to Houston. Hood County. That's south of Fort Worth. Freeport, Texas. Phoenix, Arizona in 2003. I mean, he was everywhere bouncing. That's how you don't get caught. Look, Bedford, Texas. That's like 25 minutes away from me. Arlington, Texas. How? Mansfield. That's close to Conroe in 2007. Let's see where he was in 2010 because all of those people missing in 2008 and 10. Houston, Fort Worth, Durham, North Carolina. Guys, if this ain't textbook serial killer shit right here, wow. And he's only been charged with one murder? Yeah. Eye for an eye, right, Guidance? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Guidance did find a news article, but I could not read it. I could not read it. Dude. So when was this article? I think it was like July 2012. So maybe he has been caught with more. Let's see. Girl, what you want? Why are you texting me? Just kidding. Yep. Got it. Oh my gosh. Look at this one. Trigger warning. He did R-word her and strangle her. Okay, it's finally loaded. Let's see what pops up in his little, web of deceit. So I'm sure, serial killers always, when they finally get caught, they always leave one little thing or one, piece of something that they didn't think about, right? Let's see what that is. Oh, and I'm also going to pull up murder data and then jump off here so we can get ready for the EVP. Because this is going to obviously take multiple times of research and talking to, law enforcement. Maybe, hopefully the detectives will call me back, Right? Guidance, that's true. Yeah, I do think that there were multiple serial killers up and down I-45, like I said. I always have. Always a slip up, yes. Oh my gosh, I have to verify my account. Da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Perfect. Okay, I'm in. So his name again was Kevin Edison Smith. Which address do I use? Jeez. I'm just going to use Houston. So if he was 45 in 2012, wouldn't he be 55 now? Yeah. He'd be 55 or something like that. Is his middle name Eugene? Edison, excuse me. Oh, wow. There's obviously a lot of Kevin Smiths in the Houston area. So I got to look for, North Carolina, Louisiana. Because not always do their middle names pop up on these searches. And there's a lot of Kevin E. Smiths. So maybe if I put his middle name in here. He's been in prison for a hot minute, so. Yep, he's hard to find. Very hard to find. Did they say he lived in Louisiana, right? Yes. But that's not his name. He said he lived in Arizona. I think this is him. He also lived in Katy, Texas, apparently. Wow. Guys, this guy's been everywhere. Please don't be Eugene. No, it's not. It's Kevin Edison. Oh, no, Grammy H. It was not him. It's Edison. Wow, he was on the government watch list at one time. Wow. His job in 2010 was If You Only Knew His Job Title. That is throwed off. Whoa. His MySpace was called Lifelong Show. Was that him? That can't be him, right? Was that him? What a piece of shit. Oh my God. Where is he? Was that him? He looks different in that picture. I don't think that's him. I don't know. It could be. Lifelong Show. Houston, Texas. People he's connected to. Interesting. Not the same years. Yeah, he looks a little bit different. Yeah. We'll keep looking. No, that is not him. Poor guy that I just put on the internet. It's not him. Good. Glad. I was going to be very upset. '52, Ohio, Illinois. Yeah, there's so many Kevin Smiths, it's almost impossible. Maybe if I do Bastrop, Louisiana, maybe it'll kind of help me slim down the... Because Bastrop is a very specific town in Louisiana. West Monroe, Louisiana. And it's 55. Yeah. But that's Eugene. So it can't be. Can't be him. I wonder if they have, like, you know how they have serial killer information. See, he only got convicted with one. He's a pipe welder from Texas City. Oh, so he was from Texas City, Texas. Maybe that'll help. Gosh, Mr. Kevin, you were really good at being under the radar, right? He's good. Yeah, there's so many. I mean, Hitchcock, Texas, Texas City, Opelousas, Louisiana, Vicksburg, Mississippi. It might be this one. But it says he's 56. So, let's go to murder data. Possible felony. Of course, he's a Virgo. Virgos are ruthless, man. Okay, so I'm going to look at locations. Raleigh, North Carolina, Dallas, Louisiana, Houston, Arizona. This has to be the perp. Yep. Wow. Lamarque, Texas, Arlington, Mansfield, Webster, Hitchcock, this is him. Durham, North Carolina, Fort Worth. Oh my God, I know where he lived in Fort Worth too. Oh, it's scary. Oh my God. Guys, he would literally move every 6 to 8 months, and I bet you that's when he would murder. Yeah, Lane, that's him. That's him. Yep. He read Lane's post above. Yep, that's him. So 6 to 8 months, he would kill and move. Like immediately, he did not give a flying F about his release. Bedford, Texas, man, this is him. Here it is, aggravated assault of a police officer in Mississippi. And this was 1995. So in 1995 in Mississippi, he assaulted a police officer. Probably because he didn't want to get caught, you know. So we can search cases maybe. Before we get into Texas, we can search, you know, Mississippi. This was in, it says out of state. Does it say what county? Nope, it just says Mississippi. I have the case number and everything. He was convicted. Oh my God, criminal trespassing in Galveston in May 9th of 1994. Wow. Yeah, I'm screenshotting it. Whoa. So he had a criminal trespassing right here. Misdemeanor class B. I'll just go up. Aggravated assault of a police officer, right? In 1995. Okay. And then in 1994, Galveston, Texas, right? March 31st, or excuse me, May 9th, 1994 is when that happened. It was dismissed. Disposition comment, disrec of comp witness. What does that mean? Dismissed because of the compromise. It was a compromise witness. Is that what that means? I'm going to say dismiss. Required. Oh, dismiss request. Sorry, I'm not really familiar. Let me see the chat. Chat might know. Dismiss request of a competent. A complaint. Dismiss request of a complaint. Dismissal of the complaint will not legally. I don't know what that means. Anyway, it was dismissed, right? I know, right? It was dismissed. This indicates, yeah. All right, Kevin E. Smith, September 22nd, 2010. Assault, free text, assault by contact arrest. That was probably when he was arrested for the murder, right? On September 22nd. Felony. Oh, what? This can't be him. He has a lot of offenses, guys. Holy shit, look at this. Do you see this right now? Possession of a controlled substance, resisting arrest, driving while intoxicated. Oh, second, resist arrest search or transport, possession of marijuana, possession of a controlled substance, invalid, driving without a license, assault causing bodily injury, prohibited weapon, knuckles, possession of a dangerous drug. I mean, it goes on and on. How was he even like allowed out of, this might be in prison, maybe. Yeah, it might be when he was in prison. How do you have I guess drugs are bad and, yep. Damn. He's been doing crimes in fucking prison. How do you do that? There's no way. There's got to be something wrong with this. I don't know. Maybe somebody, I don't know. We're going to ignore those for a second. I need to research that. Whew. I don't know. This just doesn't seem right. I'll research it. We'll clear that up. Got 4 minutes. I said I was going to make it last an hour. But look at all of these addresses. Fuck. Excuse my language, but jeez. All of those addresses. But, the good thing is that I can find out when he was at each one of these. So we can definitely, look into it. He had some federal tax liens, wasn't paying his taxes, of course. All right. So what we can do, again, is go into Mississippi, right? But I think I'm going to go from the 90s to 2000 and when was he convicted? 12. So I'm going to go to 2011. And I'm just going to go into the state of Texas. And I'm going to go to Montgomery County because that's where she was from. And see what we get. And then I gotta go. So I can get ready for this EVP tonight, right? Oh, somebody's here. I got a big old shock of energy. Did y'all see that? It was like a blinding light. I hope I got that. I hope I got that on camera. Hi, Barb. Hello. So it's not going to pull up for me today. That's okay. We're going to ask. We're going to ask about this Kevin guy. And maybe do a little bit more research another day about it. Yes. Because I think that's only fair. What do y'all think? Who do y'all think is the perp? You think this Kevin guy might have been the one? That was just you shining today, of course, Brooke, because you are kick-ass. You're my shining star. Yeah, I definitely get chills with this Kevin guy. But we're gonna ask Tina, and maybe even that Daryl guy that came up missing, or was missing 5 years earlier on the day before her. I think it's possible that he could have done it. It makes sense. He was in Texas, right? So they have a very good percentage clearance rate. But in 1996, they have no clearance rates on murders. In 1996, it has not been cleared. So we need to look at the 1996 murders in Conroe, Texas as well. Look at that. Wow. That might be the guy, really. William Bill 2, yes, guidance, exactly. All right, guys, gonna meditate, and we're gonna be back here. What time did I say? 10 p.m., which is in 30 minutes. And we are going to ask Miss Tina some questions because she came to me and she wants justice. Yeah, we need to find her. All right, so 10 p.m. Central. I will see y'all here in a minute. Drink some water, catch up on your YouTube shows, get some snacks, think of some questions to ask, and we will do it. We're going to use tarot too. It's going to be fun. All right, guys, see you soon. Bye-bye.